Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Haychie the Pokemon channel. Today we have a fun one in store. It's Greninja EX. I've played this deck before, or a similar version of this deck, but I don't think I've ever run it with Mega Froslass, and that's what I wanted to do today. I saw this deck list on Limitless. They did very well in a big tournament. Eliminax. They got eliminated, which is a funny coincidence. They went 5-2 though, so you can see the deck functioned well. I mean, whenever you go above 500, you know you've had a good day. That's my opinion on it. Above 500, you played well. Don't overthink it. 500, you probably played well. Maybe not. We don't know. But this deck did very well. I wanted to try it out. I'm not a fan. Wait, let's go back into the actual thing. Thank you, Eliminax. I appreciate it. Back into the actual Pokemon TCG Live, which is now not crashed or glitched out on me since the update on Tuesday. Good job. I don't know who's the company behind this. It's definitely not Pokemon. Pokemon definitely gave it to somebody else. But good job, whoever did it. I'm proud of you. But we're focused on Greninja EX. Love this card. The Shinobu Blade does 170 damage and you may search your deck for a card. Very strong. One-shots Meowth. It does 340 to Meowth, but the weakness does not matter. One-shots Fezandipiti, where weakness does matter, for doing 210. So just good attacks. One-shots Mega Kangaskhan, which Mega Kangaskhan's seen a lot less play recently. Kind of makes sense, but seen a lot less play, but it can one-shot him. Just keep that in mind. But the main attack is Mirage Barrage that you want to be using. You discard 2 energies from this Pokemon. This attack is 120 to two different Pokemon on your opponent's side. 120, 120. It could be the active Pokemon on the bench, or it could be 2 different bench Pokemon. Does not have to be the active. And the way this works is discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. You can discard 1 Ignition Energy. Ignition Energy counts as 3 colorless. So discarding him is fine. That's how he functions. You want to get a Water Energy on Froakie early, and then later on, Ignition. Bada bing, bada boom. I should read the whole thing. It counts as 3 colorless, but you discard it at the end of your turn. So the turn you attach this, at the end of it, it's gone. Which is convenient for Greninja, but in a lot of cases, like early on, if you wanted to attach the energy and you don't attack with it, you're wasting energy, which sucks. But we're also running it with Mega Froslass EX with the Resentful Refrain, doing 50 times the amount of cards in your opponent's deck, or hand. So if they have 6 cards in hand, you're doing 300 damage for 1 water energy. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Now, this is the deck format that I don't do well with. Just a fair warning. I've already played the games, but you're going to see some misplays. It happens. Everyone who's not maining the deck will make misplays. I don't main this deck by any means. And my misplay is always with Dusknoir. If you've seen any of my videos, me and Dusknoir do not click. I always misplay with Dusknoir. Can never function well with it. Today's games are good, though. I want to be clear. They're very good. I do win. Nice. But I will make misplays. I'm human. Leave me alone. It's early. That's my excuse. I'm going to keep using it. But your main attacker is going to be Greninja. Your side attacker is going to be Mega Froslass. And your support is going to be Dusknoir. Plus, of course, the Latias, Fezandipiti, Meowth, and Budew. Those are your main guys. Pretty straightforward, right? Not really. Grand Trees are a spec of choice. What this card does... I'm not going to let you read that whole thing. It's a nightmare. Let's say on turn 1 you bench Froakie. On turn 2, plop down the Grand Tree and you can evolve that Froakie all the way up to Greninja if the Frogadier and Greninja EX are in your bench. Same thing with Duskull into Dusknoir. Same thing with Snorunt into Mega Froslass. You cannot do it on the turn you bench a Pokemon. So turn 2, you bench down Froakie. You cannot pop down the Grand Tree and get him to a Greninja. You have to wait a turn. So just be careful when you're running Grand Tree. Gravity Mountain's there to be able to minus 30 HP of Stage 2 Pokemon. It does minus your Greninja EX, but it comes in clutch for KOing things like, you know, Dragapult. All you really need to think about is how you beat Dragapult in this meta. I want to be clear about this. The meta is very nice right now. There's a lot of different decks. But it's just Dragapult has been so strong for so long that I think a lot of people, including me, are getting sick of it. A lot of people were getting sick of Goldango last meta. I was not. It was still Dragapult at that point. Just Dragapult's been around for a long time. You're probably going to hear me talk about that a lot today. But Jamming Tower, get rid of Pokemon Tool. Not get rid of, but Pokemon Tools are turned off. Could come in clutch. Get rid of Hero's Cape. All the annoying things. Air Balloon. Yada, 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 yada. You get Boss's Orders. A Pokemon that has Air Balloon. And then get them trapped up there with Jamming Tower. And then Mirage Barrage. They're benched 40 million times. That is an option. Maybe not 40 million times, specifically 3 times, because you only run 3 Ignition Energies. But yeah, that's going to be the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed. Deck list is in the description. Leave a like. We're almost at 1,000. 25 more go. Every sub now is 4% to 1,000. Hey, we are starting with the coin flip win. Smooth, right? We got the coin flip win and we get to go first. Should be a good thing for Greninja. We need a basic to start off with, which is not this hand, but we did hit the Buddy-Buddy Poffin. I'm going to keep checking the deck list, because this is one of those decks that has just a lot of different things going on with it that I'm going to need to keep looking at, because it's a lot. We run a 4-2-2 line of Froakie, and we run a 2-2-2 line of Dusknoir, and then a 2-1 line of Mega Froslass. I was considering throwing base Froslass in here, but I don't think it's that good. I think it's actually terrible. I think you only really run base Froslass, like the baby Froslass, if if you have Monkey Dory in the deck and you could consistently get the dark energies on him. With this deck, you're not going to be able to do that. It's not consistent enough. There's too much going on already. Throwing in a Monkey Dory and dark energies or prism energies. Hey, look at who would have thought? Not me, that's for sure. Look at us. We're just out here doing things. I don't think we show the Snorunt yet. I don't think there's a really real reason to. We could Poké Pad for a Budew. I think that's fine. We should probably Poké Pad this turn. We have the Hilda. We're gonna get Budewed is my assumption. Because you always get Budewed. The question is, do I want to Ignition Energy? And the answer is no. Let's grab the Clops. We have the Hilda to grab an evolution Pokemon. I just want to play around the Budew option. We do run Colress' Tenacity in this deck, so there is a real world that if we were able to get a Water Energy on Froakie that turn, we were going to hit the Dusclops into... So I could Meowth for Colress' Tenacity. That gets me an energy plus a stadium, which we could grab Grand Tree. And then we could knock out the two boys if I got a water energy on Froakie, but that's not happening. This is probably going to be Evolve, Dusclops, Bosses. Honestly, Bosses orders grab the skull, Budew 'em. We can knock out the Duskull by doing 50 with the Clops and then the 10 with the Budew. Is that ever worth it? Probably not. I could have also Ignition Energy that turn just to retreat the Duskull. I think we honestly might be popping the Clops just to not have to waste an energy. Is that weird? Probably. So we can Colress for Grand Line if we had, or we can with Meowth for Grand Line, get the Greninja up. Does that help? Not really. Not enough to make me want to do it. We can't Rare Candy, do any shenanigans like that. Thanks, game. Love you too. I think we're always Hildaing here. We need to somewhat get set up. Give me the Frog. Give me the Water Energy. I think I want to pop the Clops. Yeah, I want to get Budew off. And I actually think I just want to knock out their Budew. This should slow them down a lot. I think. He says not optimistically whatsoever. But they can't Rare Candy this turn. They can't Unfair Stamp me. That's another Froakie. That was actually... If I knew that was going to happen, I think I'd do that 10 times out of 10, but I did not know that was going to happen. Get you down. We have the Fezandipiti and the Meowth for next turn. Judging that he brought up the Skull, that screams that he's got the Clops in hand and he's going to pop it. He's going to pop, lock, and drop it. He can't Rare Candy, so no Dusknoir, no Dragapult. We have the boss's orders. We don't have the Greninja, though. We can Meowth for... Another Hilda probably would be our best bet, no? Judge wouldn't be bad either. Yeah, it probably would be. If they get 2 Dracloaks down, we just have to... Honestly, I think we just have to hard focus getting Greninja EX down. That's fine. If he pops it, he pops it. He pops it, he grabs the Budew for sure. He's not KOing our Frogadier this turn. The max he could do is 70 if he's got the Neo Upper Energy. Right? I don't think I'm mistaken on that. Well, he doesn't have the Neo Upper Energy, so he's not attacking us this turn. If he doesn't evolve... Oh, baby. Oh, I don't even need to Meowth! Give me this. Give me Greninja. And I'm going to take the water... I'll take another Ignition Energy. He doesn't have the Shaman up. We're knocking out the Dracloak 10 times out of 10. We're going to get the Meowth down. Or not the Meowth, sorry, the Fezandipiti. Retreat. We're Mirage Barraging. I think it would be crazy not to KO the Clops. It just put us so far ahead. The Budew kind of saved us. Now, there could be a real turn here with Crispin, Rare Candy, knock out my Froakie, which sucks, but I think we can get by that. Is there any way to stop Dragapult damage with this deck? No, it doesn't appear so. I think this deck beats Dragapult by getting a very strong early turn and hoping they can't have the crazy swing turn. Which, that's a good start for me. Well, not really. They get to see 2 more cards. They still haven't Fezandipiti'd yet. Honestly, like, we don't even... If he doesn't get the Dragapult up this turn, just bosses ordering and then doing the Shinobu Blade onto the Fezandipiti probably is just good enough. We only run 2 bosses orders, though. So we have to be smart with it. Oh! Crispin? It's not a Neo Upper Energy, so it's got to be Crispin. We fine? Kinetic Supersonic. Budew? Duskull. Don't apply weakness. So I can take 3 prizes this turn, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I just win. Nice. Give me you. And we're going to hit for weakness on the Fezandipiti, and we're gonna KO the Dracloak. Pretty good. There's few things better in this life than beating up a Dragapult. I can't even name one. Well, I'm waiting for my opponent. Oh, hey, I get to choose. Yes, I would. There's a new trailer that was just released, I think today. Oh, no, a few days ago. Never mind. I haven't heard about it until now. It's called Coyote vs. Acme, and I just watched the trailer, and it looks really good. It looks hella entertaining. Will it be amazing? I don't know, but it looks like it's like reminds me of like the Super Mario movie, where it's just a fun thing to sit down and watch. Basically, Coyote is Wile E. Coyote, the one that's always chasing Woody Woodpecker. No, it's not Woody Woodpecker. What's the fast bird's name? I don't remember the fast bird's name. But chasing around, always getting injured. He's suing Acme for damages. And it's Will Forte versus John Cena, which I think is going to be hella entertaining. I'm excited. Looks good. Can't imagine it being bad. May not be great, but can't imagine it being bad. Next one we have Hilda. Jamming Tower was like a consideration because my brain immediately, whenever I have Jamming Tower on turn 1, is like, play this so that they can't TM Evolution or TM Turbo Energize. That's not long, no longer a thing. It's gone. This is definitely Dragapult, right? It's whenever you see Budew, it's always Dragapult unless you're facing me, then it's never Dragapult. Show me, yeah. What else would people be running nowadays? There's no other decks. There's Dragapult, and then does this deck beat Dragapult? If no, don't play. If yes, consider. That's it. That's the meta right now, and it's gonna be until Dragapult rotates, which kind of sucks. I mean, we don't know. Maybe Chaos Rising with the new Greninja GX, not GX, Greninja, Mega Greninja EX. Maybe that's the new hot thing nowadays. There is a real world where we might be judging this turn. The Dunsparce Dragapult. The Dunsparce Dragapult. I don't mind that draw. I think Judge is the correct play here. Nah, Hilda. That was an interesting one. I don't know. I don't know what's correct. I'm gonna go with the safer play, which this is always just gonna be a good turn if I Hilda. They're not gonna be able to KO my Frogadier. They're not gonna be able to Rare Candy, Dragapult. We should be okay. And we're saving Gravity Mountain for later because if my opponent has 6 cards in hand, I'm doing 300. Dragapult has 320, so all of a sudden we drop down the Gravity Mountain and they have 30 less HP, they have 290, we one-shot him. Math. Also, bump whatever stadium they have. Which, I don't know what they have. Because a lot of times, Dragapult ends up running Team Rocket's Watchtower. But they have the 2... This is why I was thinking about Judge, was getting them down to 4 and stopping the Dracloak evolution. Because with Budew, we take away the Poké Pad. But there's so many supporters to be able to get them the Dracloak, or just raw dogging, top decking the Dracloak, that was just like, eh. And they have the Dunsparce up, so... Also, drawing into the Dunsparce gives them 3 new cards. There's another one. Chill. That was actually really good, and I hate you for that. Latias. Didn't really feel like there was a choice in the matter in this turn. We have the Hilda for next turn. I think we're just gonna Budew him. I don't particularly want to knock out this Budew. We got rid of a boss's orders, which... It stalled them a turn. Boss's orders did its job, but them losing a boss's orders should really help me late in the game. They need a Dragapult, a Psychic Energy, and a boss's orders to have a big turn. If they get all 3 of those, they're knocking out my Frogadier and my Duskull. If they do that, though, we are one-shotting with Mega Froslass, more than likely. They're gonna have, like, 7, 8 cards in hand at that point, I think. With how much they're drawing. And they have the Dunsparces in play. We did stop the Poké Pad. We do stop the Ultra Balls. We do stop the Night Stretchers. Does that help at all? No. Well, yes, actually it does. I don't remember what... Ultra Balled away the Dragapult. Okay. They might just not have a Dragapult. Budew might just win me this game. The other... Normally they run 2 or 3. I see decks run 2. I see decks run 3. So if the other one's, you know, a little bit prized, we could win this slowly but surely. That's great. Okay, no boss's orders. So we made the correct play, I think. And right now, if he does attack us with Dragapult, which is possible, we knock out with Mega Froslass because they've got so many cards in hand. Too slow, Dragapult. Too slow, my good sir. I gotta speed things up a little bit in order to beat the Mirage Barrage. Although, I mean, honestly, Crispin kind of does ruin me a little bit here. But they might not have any more fire energies in the deck. Think about it. It's possible. Either way, we're taking away a lot of their draw, but they do have the Dunsparces down. They have 8 cards in hand, so they definitely have Poké Pads in there. Here's my Grand Tree. Grand Tree next turn could mean Dusknoir. But I do feel like with how things are going, they have a Crispin in deck, or in hand. They can now use Night Stretcher. They can now use Ultra Ball. They should be able to get done. Oh, a sub, thank you, I appreciate that. Look at us grow. We're growers, not showers. We love to see that. But honestly, our hand's pretty bad. Did they concede? Oh. Now they'll concede? Now they'll concede? Oh, yeah, there he is. Do we have a energy in here? We do. So we can Night Stretcher, grab the energy for Mega Froslass. If they have 7 cards in hand, we can do that. If we top deck Gravity Mountain, we only need 6, but the odds of that's low. We only run 1, right? I don't have the deck list up. Yeah, 1 Gravity Mountain, 1 Grand Tree, 1 Jamming Tower. More than likely this turn we are going to get unfair stamped. But like I said, they do have 2 fire energies in here. Something's happening here. Oh, okay. No, they do have it. It's in hand. I was like, they might not have... I thought they were grabbing a fire energy or like hoping to be able to grab it, but no. Dreepy? Yeah. So 1 Dreepy's prize. We can figure that one out. Because we knocked out 2 of them and he wasn't able to grab it with Buddy-Buddy Poffin. He's taking the KO with Duskull. On Duskull, I should say. Probably. That'll put him to 6. I want you to draw a little bit more, sir. Please. Imagine he Budews me. It actually would be a pretty nasty Budew. There goes the Meowth. It's gotta be the Dunsparce, right? There's nothing else. Maybe Fezandipiti. He's playing around the Mega Froslass. So he's at 4. So Mega Froslass is doing 200, which sucks. Dun, dun, dun. There is a real reason not to bench anything. But I think I have to. You can KO one of those, that's fine. He's got 5 prizes remaining, that's the reason. We can Night Stretcher, grab the water energy, attach there. Grand Tree only works next turn for the Froakie and Duskull. So right now it's doing nothing. So we're gonna Shinobu Blade. Maybe I should have attached to him. How do I foresee this turn going? Him knocking out my Greninja and my Froakie. Or my Greninja and my Duskull. We have Grand Tree, so that's not the play. I think Boss's Orders gives me the highest chance. Maybe it's just Fezandipiti. Fezandipiti makes... He can't unfair stamp me, which is fantastic. He could judge me, which sucks, but... Let's say he knocks out my Greninja and my Froakie. He's knocking out one of these two. We just don't know. We gave him the two options. You choose wisely, sir. I don't think he's going to put damage on the Mega Froslass. We need to take 4 prizes. If we had Ignition Energy that turn, I would have knocked out both... I would have knocked out Dunsparce and Dracloak. We have an energy on Mega Froslass, which is really good. But we have the Grand Tree to be able to get the Dusknoir out. And possibly do some shenanigans with that. We cannot... You can only play 1 stadium per turn. So, like, I can't do this, I want to be clear. I can't Grand Tree, get the Dusknoir up, and then play down another stadium. It should say somewhere on here. You may only play 1 stadium during your turn. So, yeah, you can't play 2. Are they finally playing a Dunsparce? I don't know, that turn, the grab for Shinobu Blade, I don't think I'm good at. Like, realizing what's the best play. Because I was caught between 3 things, technically, with the Fezandipiti. The Fezandipiti was the in-between play, which is probably the worst decision. It gives me 3 outs to be able to grab something that I need. But it was between Boss's Orders and Judge. Judge ensures that we KO the Dragapult with Mega Froslass. We should be doing that regardless. Unless it goes down to the 0 cards and then takes the 2 prizes. Which, hats off to him if he's able to get rid of all the cards in his hand. I don't think that's happening. Oh, that does change things a little bit. Wait. Oh, he's taking 4 prizes, so Duskull does nothing. Oh! Dude, I suck with... I suck with Dusknoir. I'm just terrible with it. How many fire energies does he have in here? 2? Top deck Dusknoir. That works. He shouldn't be able to crisp an attack with Dracloak. Meowth. That's right. Prized! Okay, that's fine. Give me the Latias, just in case he tries trapping a Pokemon. I mean, if he grabs Dusknoir, there's nothing I can do about that. We're knocking him out. We should be able to stall a turn. We have what? It's Gravity Mountain that's in the deck. So Gravity Mountain we can grab with Colress. We can grab Ignition Energy. We don't run switches. So if he does Boss's Orders, grab our Dusknoir. Dusknoir is stuck there. No, he's not. Wait, I lied. We can Colress for Ignition Energy. We should have 2 on the deck. Maybe one's prized. Definitely not both of them are prized. I don't believe in those odds. I don't believe. But no Greninja attack, so as of right now, we cannot take 2 prizes in a turn. Because there's no EXs, there's no Greninja in play, we cannot use Dusknoir's ability. Honestly, him losing Meowth is pretty good for me. He's played 1 Bosses. They run 2 or 3. That does give me an out. That's great for me. My hand was terrible. Ignition Energy. That's an Ignition Energy? Plus getting rid of a bad card out of our deck. He's not going to bring up Dragapult. There's no universe he does that. Because he can't attack with it. We do force him to have another boss's orders, though. You fool! Can we get there? No, but we can survive another turn. No, we can't with him. Frick! Well, we do this every time. We don't have another choice. He needs Night Stretcher. He's played 2. We do have to attack. If we don't attack, he can't have lethal. I think we're at this point, we're just hoping he doesn't have Night Stretcher. He's played 2. I don't know how many they run in their deck. I'm going for it. The reason why we didn't want to attack there is we don't give him damage to move around with Monkey Dory. But I think that if he gets the Night Stretcher, he's going to win regardless. Because we kind of have to hope that he's got a big enough hand, and he's not going to leave himself with a big enough hand like that. I think we just have to call his bluff that he only runs 2 in his deck. There's a lot of cards that he's running in his deck that normally Dragapult doesn't run. Just throwing that out there. There's 3 fire energies in there. If he's got another boss's orders, he's got lethal. He could just grab him, KO him. Does he have any more Dracloaks? No. This wasn't rare candied, right? Yeah, it wasn't. So no more Dracloaks. If he's got the Night Stretcher, he just has lethal already, so... No more draw after this. We didn't knock out any of his Pokemon. There's 4 cards, and then there's Dunsparce to Dunsparce in his deck. Did we call the bluff correctly? No more bosses. No more Night Stretchers. We win? Concede. Doesn't do enough. 60 damage onto the Dusknoir does not KO it. He needs bosses or Night Stretcher. They don't run 4 fire energies. 3 of them are in there. 2 Night Stretchers are in there. 2 bosses orders are in there. He could just be BMing me. Okay, so I made the correct play. Dark Energy? Still doesn't do it. We're fine. That's no boss orders. Boss's orders. We're coming down to coin flips. Alright, top deck boss's orders. That doesn't do it. It does thin out the deck by 1, though, which is alright in my book, I guess. If I pop the Clops, do I just take the... Can he get lethal next turn? I don't think so. So I think we always risk this. So dumb. So he could do 60 again. He can move potentially 60 damage on, which is 120. If that happens, I think we're popping the Clops and... Oh, wait, he's going to be out of range if he gets another Dark Energy. I might have thrown! Wait, that's actually so funny if he does that. Because right now he's at 100. He moves 30 off him. We're doing 130. No! Okay, now it's full on. We need to hit heads. He's doing 60. He's doing 120. Next turn, he needs to attack again. He doesn't have any more Night Stretchers. If we knock out this Monkey Dory, he wins with Budew. Right? I need bosses. I'm actually so upset. Also, this is a typical Dragon Ball game where my opponent has played a full 8 minutes more than me. He just wins with Budew. Can I pop the Clops on myself? If I do... He's at 290. So bad. I just needed the heads on that turn and I won. It literally came down to a 50-50. Maybe he doesn't see it. Maybe he doesn't see lethal with Budew. Oh, the jetpack! Okay. Yeah. With that being said, I don't think he saw lethal with Budew, so I do think if he didn't have an energy, I might have had lethal. Alright. We had one good game, one bad game. I feel like that's a good place to end it. This deck is good, just I'm not the best with it. I'm gonna say I make very bad decisions when it comes to Dusknoir. I've never... There are certain cards that click with people. Two things that don't click with me in the Pokemon TCG are sacrificing your own Pokemon to do damage, just Dusknoir or anything like that. The Fortress EX, those Pokemon don't click with me for some reason, and Control decks. Control decks have never clicked with me. I'm terrible with them. You might be different. That's always my opinion, though. Or not my opinion, my thought process. I would not run this to an actual tournament. I think it can very easily win a tournament in the correct hands. I'm not those correct hands. But I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so. Thank you guys for being here. Get out of here. We're almost at 1,000, by the way. Tomorrow might be the day we hit it. We average like 20 subs a day. Right now we're 25 away. Please? Get out of here. Get knuckle.